Here Tom Cruise's 10 best stunts of all time. Tom Cruise does his own stunts and it's remarkable what he's been able to pull off. Number 10. In the 2017 movie, The Mummy, Tom Cruise was involved in a scene where he's trapped in a crashing cargo plane. Normally, such scenes are filmed in a controlled environment, like a sound stage with a green screen. However, Cruise did things differently. He filmed the scene in a plane that NASA uses to train astronauts. This plane flew up to 25,000 feet to simulate the zero-gravity environment required for the scene. Then, the plane went into a free fall for 22 seconds to create the realistic plummeting effect. Tom Cruise had to repeat this flight sequence 4 times to successfully capture the intense and challenging scene. Number 9. In the thrilling helicopter chase scene at the end of Fallout, Tom Cruise dedicated 16 hours a day to training, aiming to accumulate 2,000 hours of experience to be able to fly a helicopter solo. But Cruise's commitment went further. In the scene, he not only flew the helicopter but also executed a challenging 360-degree corkscrew dive. This maneuver would be demanding even for highly experienced pilots, showcasing Cruise's dedication to delivering an authentic and action-packed performance. Number 8. Movie Top Gun. When you see Cruise and the cast looking like they are battling G-forces in the jets, complete with distorted faces, it's because they really were. Cruise and the cast went through training so their dogfight scenes could look as realistic as possible, which meant sitting in the F/A-18 jets as they were spun around and took dramatic dives. Number 7. Mission Impossible 2. In the opening scene of the 2000 movie, Mission Impossible 2, Tom Cruise is shown climbing a cliff, and it's genuinely him. He climbed the Utah cliff using only a safety rope for protection. Additionally, he performed a daring 15-foot jump from one cliff to another, demonstrating his commitment to doing his own stunts for the film. Number 6. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. In a scene from the movie, Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt, has to dive into an underwater safe to retrieve a computer chip that's crucial to the plot. During this challenging sequence, Cruise had to hold his breath the entire time and also avoid a large crane circling around the safe. To film this scene, Cruise began by jumping off a 120-foot ledge into a 20-foot deep water tank. While underwater, he held his breath for an impressive 6 minutes to achieve the realistic and intense effect needed for the film. Number 5. Mission Impossible Fallout. Tom Cruise is well known for his running scenes in movies, which have become his trademark. However, during the filming of Fallout, he faced a setback. While attempting a stunt that involved jumping from one building to another, Cruise hit the building's wall incorrectly and broke his ankle. The accident caused a significant delay in production, and doctors even suggested that Cruise might not be able to run like before. Nevertheless, just 6 weeks later, Cruise defied expectations and returned to the set, once again sprinting for his action-packed scenes. Number 4. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. In Ghost Protocol, Tom Cruise took on an incredible stunt by climbing the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the world's tallest building. His climb took him up to a staggering height of 1,700 feet above the ground. As part of this daring sequence, Cruise also rappelled down the exterior of the building, which meant he had to descend 4 stories, adding another thrilling dimension to the film's action. Number 3. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. In the latest Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise took on one of his most daring stunts yet, driving a motorcycle off a cliff. To prepare for this jaw-dropping scene, he underwent intense training, including 500 skydives and over 13,000 motocross jumps. This training not only gave Cruise the skill and confidence to execute the stunt but also allowed the film's director, Christopher McQuarrie, and the crew to plan camera angles for capturing it effectively. Surprisingly, this high-risk stunt was performed on the very first day of principal photography. Cruise explained that they wanted to test whether the film could continue or not right from the beginning, stating, "We know either we will continue with the film or we're not. Let's know day one." Remarkably, Cruise repeated the stunt 6 times on the day of shooting, showcasing his dedication to delivering an astonishing action sequence. Number 2. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Tom Cruise performed a daring stunt by clinging to the side of a massive Airbus A400M plane as it took off and ascended to an altitude of 1,000 feet, reaching speeds of 100 knots. For his safety, Cruise was secured with a wire attached to the plane, and he wore special protective contacts to shield his eyes from flying debris. Remarkably, he repeated this incredible stunt 8 times, showcasing his commitment to delivering thrilling and authentic action sequences. Numa. Point 1. Mission Impossible Fallout. While recovering from a broken ankle sustained during the production of Fallout, Tom Cruise took on one of the most incredible stunts of his career. In the film, Cruise's character and CIA companion August Walker, played by Henry Cavill, perform a halo jump, a high-altitude, low-opening skydive. This involves opening the parachute at a low altitude after a period of free fall to enter Paris undetected. What makes this feat remarkable is that Cruise actually performed this high-risk jump 106 times over 2 weeks, with many of them taking place during the elusive golden hour, a brief period of perfect lighting just before sunset. This showcases Cruise's dedication to delivering authentic and visually stunning action sequences. Cruise has a long history of performing stunts, dating back to his childhood. He shared on the Graham Norton show that he has been doing various stunts since he was young. When he pursued acting, he continued doing stunts because he believes they enhance the storytelling process. Cruise expressed that through stunts, he can bring both physical and emotional depth to his characters and the stories they inhabit. His extensive 30-year training in stunts has allowed filmmakers to capture scenes from unique angles and perspectives that might not have been possible otherwise, contributing to the cinematic experience.